Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those that don't know, my name is LaShira, and in today's video, I actually have no plan because I didn't plan on recording. I just decided to pick up the camera and start chatting because I feel like I have some things I need to say to myself and just out loud. I wrote this journal entry yesterday, pretty much reflecting on like how my life has been within the past like 2 to 3 months because like honestly, even 3 months ago, like 2 3 months ago, like a lot was going on. Like I was dealing with a lot of stuff and a lot of unexpected things that just like kind of happened and I just had to deal with. Like I was reflecting back on how those circumstances were making me feel and like just how I was feeling like amid those circumstances. And I was really struggling mainly with my self-confidence, right? Like not even just like the physical, but just like everything in between, like from how I felt when I be around other people, just not being comfortable like hanging out with other people. I was connecting my circumstances and what I was dealing with to like how I felt about myself, which I know better than to do because like I'm not my problems and you're not your problems, in case you didn't know. And I mean, yes, like the shit that life throws at us is a lot sometimes. Like sometimes it can feel unbearable, and I felt the same exact way. But you know, sometimes the things that we go through don't always have to be, it doesn't always have to impact us in like such a negative way. Like obviously it's impactful regardless of what it is, but I'm just saying that like for me, like I did it, like yes, I was going through a lot of things that I wish I didn't have to deal with at the time. Maybe it really felt like I had no control over the situation. I shouldn't have let those problems affect how I felt about myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read a part of my journal entry just for a little bit of reference. Back in April to June, I was definitely struggling with my self-confidence, not just physically, but even when I go hang out with someone, just how I was feeling mentally, not my best self. And the main reason behind it was because of what I was dealing with at the time. But truthfully, I should never connect how I feel about myself to my circumstances or what I'm dealing with because ultimately, I'm not my problems. Yes, sometimes this shit that life throws at us can be a lot, especially if something as serious and important as mine. But that doesn't have to negatively impact me the way that I let it. During that time, I'd take pictures of myself and honestly feel detached and like I didn't know who I was. I didn't feel like me, and I really think that the way I felt about myself internally started to show externally. No matter how I wore my hair or what my outfit looked like, I still felt like shit. So during that time, like I was just going through a lot of like issues that, like I said, felt like I had no control over, and it had like a mental and physical toll on me, unfortunately, which was also like what played a part in how I felt about myself. So when it came to things that I would like do on an everyday basis, like, you know, take selfies and take pictures of myself and just do little things that I would do on a regular basis, like I would feel like I would feel very shitty doing those things sometimes. Even like hanging out with friends, like I just wouldn't feel like, I would just be like, I shouldn't be here. I don't know. It was a weird situation. Obviously, this was my sign to get back into doing the inner work. I continued my journey of self-discovery, reminding myself who I am and what I'm capable of, which is everything. I had to start thinking about what was really important to me and what wasn't, and what I really thought was worth stressing about, which honestly isn't much. I got back into and created new habits that helped me grow into the woman I dream of being, as well as the life I want to live. This took 2 to 3 months to realize, but at the end of the day, I knew what and how I felt was also temporary, as are many things in life. Now that I'm in the headspace I'm in now, I can look back and reflect on where I was during this time, and I can literally see and feel my growth, which is what I'm so proud of myself for. But I also understand how important one's mindset truly is, as well as how important it is to do the inner work because it truly can reflect externally. Basically, I decided to turn on the camera because that last part where I was talking about how the inner work, like how you feel internally really does sometimes show externally, unintentionally too. Like going back to like I said, like I would do everyday things, take pictures of myself and stuff like that, and just not feel like myself. And it would be weird because like physically I feel like I would look cute. Like I would feel like, okay, this is a cute outfit, this is a cute hairstyle, whatever. But then I would take the picture and look at it and I would be like, who is this? Like I truly did not recognize myself, and it's because of how I was feeling about myself on the inside, which is why I just feel like, you know, doing the inner work is very, very important. Doing the shadow work, journaling, doing little self-discovery prompts, taking time like alone and like by yourself to figure out who you are and what you like and what you don't like and things along the lines of that. I just think it's so important because it definitely does have a bigger toll and a bigger impact than you might think. because I didn't really, it's something that I knew, but it's something that I wasn't really aware of until I was in a situation where like that's how it played out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this video is all over the place, and I apologize if it is, because like I said, I didn't plan on doing anything. I'm kind of just speaking from my head, which I go all over the place sometimes, so bear with me. I say this all the time. But like for real, like sometimes I really just, my mind. Anyways, yeah, ultimately, and it's funny because I was just commenting on someone's video yesterday about how important it is to, you know, challenge your mindset and your way of thinking, because you might think that the way you're thinking right now is like just the best way to think, but ultimately, why do I keep saying ultimately? Honestly, like there's always room for improvement. Your mind is always expanding whether you realize it or not, but I feel like staying in the same mindset, especially a mindset where things just already feel like they're not happening for you, and you're in like a more like negative mindset, like obviously that's like a sign for you to like get into, you know, challenging your mind in different ways and get into a different way of thinking, because I really strongly do believe the way you think about everything in life, yourself, everything on the outside world, like how you feel really does play a part in your life in every aspect. Does that make sense? I don't know. Being that within the past like 2 to 3 months I've been doing so much like just inner work and just working on myself and trying to become like the person that I want to be and the person that I dream of being, like and doing that work, like I'm really noticing that like obviously like the way I'm thinking right now and the way I was thinking 2 to 3 months ago, two completely different mindsets and two completely different like outcomes. Like I felt like shit during that time, and physically everything around me just seemed shitty, including myself physically, which I know isn't true because but now like I am definitely in a more positive mind space. I've definitely challenged my way of thinking at that way of thinking, and I just see things in a different light now. I don't want to go too into detail because that's like a whole different, I don't know, my brain, but I definitely do think that the way that I'm thinking now compared to then is like the results are showing. But honestly, I really just say this all to say, do the inner work, because the inner work will always show externally whether you realize it or not. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If this resonated with you, please let me know. If you guys have anything to say, leave a comment. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.